In House Hackers Anonymous, we talk about choosing a business model that fits with your right now goals and objectives without having to overthink too much about what your overall life purpose is yet. But for a lot of people, even choosing right now goals and objectives without a clear direction of what their life purpose is going to be really hard. So let's talk about that. Your purpose in life is to be you and nobody else. That is your purpose. Be who you are. Don't be anybody else. You can act like somebody else or even look identical to somebody else or something else, but just don't be someone else. Be you, whoever you are. And the cool thing about your purpose in life is that you don't have a choice but to fulfill your life purpose, because you don't have a choice but to be who you are and do what you do. The same way that a spider doesn't question whether or not to build a web, and an ant doesn't question whether or not to carry a crumb, and the ladybug doesn't question whether or not to look pretty, you don't need to question why you are the way that you are. You are the way that you are because the world is the way that it is, and you're in the world, fitting into the world in the way that it fits with you. Wait a second, what if you don't like the way that you are and you don't like the way that the world fits with you? So maybe your purpose in life is to change the way that you are and change the way that the world fits with you. The same way that a caterpillar's purpose is to not stay a caterpillar and instead metamorphosize with the goal of becoming a butterfly, and it always does so even at the risk of becoming a moth. Your purpose, if you literally can't stand keeping things the way that they are, is to metamorphosize into the version of you that can stand it even at the risk of becoming a moth. Well, that's fine and dandy to know that my purpose in life is to be me, but what am I, you might ask yourself? Well, let me tell you exactly who you are. I know, first of all, that you're the kind of person that watches videos about who you are and what your life purpose is. So that's the first thing I know about you. You're introspective. You're searching for the truth. Maybe not aggressively so, maybe just as a form of entertainment or self-soothing, but nonetheless, you're a truth seeker. And truth seekers are very important to humans because they keep us in line with reality so that humanity doesn't blindly drive itself off a cliff. The second thing to know about you is what you are to you, what your life story is, what your personality is like, what your thoughts, feelings, and memories are, your conscience and your personal values, who your family and friends are, and even what your physical body is like, who you are to you. And the third thing about you is what the world around you is to you. The world is really just a mirror to you and what you are. How is your environment? How do people treat you? How is the weather treating you? How is the world to you? Is the world a terrible place or is it a wonderful place? Is it terrible but you still enjoy being in it? Maybe because you see beauty in things that are flawed, or you feel permission to let go around things that aren't perfect. Is it wonderful but you struggle with being in it every day? Maybe because you don't see yourself as being worthy of such wonderfulness? What bugs you the most about other people? And what bugs you the most about yourself? If you want to know your purpose in life, you'll need to ask yourself about these 3 things. How much time do I have for introspection? What am I to me? And what is the world to me? Use your introspection to determine what things you're okay with, what things you are not okay with, and what you are okay with being okay with and not being okay with. And then you will take the things that you're okay with and okay with being okay with and pat yourself on the back. Say, good job, me. Let's continue being those things and being around those things until evidence suggests otherwise, that we should not be okay with being those things or being around those things. And next, you'll take the things that you're not okay with or not okay with being okay with, and you'll ask yourself in the time that you have for introspection, why am I not okay with this? Or why am I not okay with being okay with this? And you'll explore what options there are for changing that thing. Usually when people are really not okay with a certain thing about themselves or a certain situation around them, it's because they already know that a different way of being that they like better is out there. But what if that different way of being is not possible, or it's not sustainable, or it's in conflict with another thing that feels right to you? So in the time that you have for introspection, let's keep exploring that question. When I was younger, I wasn't happy with the way people acted towards me. I felt like nobody respected me in a way that made me feel okay. But I also didn't feel like I deserved to be respected in the way that made me feel okay. I felt okay with not being okay with the way that people treated me. But as time passed and I kept exploring the truth about myself and the world and realizing that I can have what I want and feel okay with it, I started to feel extremely driven to make a change. And that motivation led me to, first of all, work on improving myself so that I feel worthy of the kind of respect that I wanted. And second, improve my environment so that I actually felt respected by it in the way that I wanted. Your purpose in life will change as you learn the truth about what's possible. Your purpose in life is to, as they say, act in line with your personal truth. That means acting in accordance with what your conscience is at peace with. Not your friend's conscience, not your parents' conscience, your conscience. If you're not happy with what your conscience is at peace with, then maybe you need to get at peace with your conscience first. So that's a process which many of us will spend a lifetime trying to accomplish, and that itself might have been our purpose. In case you're new to this channel, I'm Pardes, and I've created a 12-step course for those who seek the kind of financial freedom that gives us all the time to fulfill our life purpose to its maximum potential. And if we don't know what that is yet, the time to ponder and discover what it is. The link to my course and other goodies will be in the description below. Otherwise, if you're a subscriber, see you in the next video.